But you still have to have your passport, right?
Yes, yes. Kasi doon nakatatak yung visa sa passport.
Hindi, okay lang. Merong silya sa
May silya
likod.
doon.
Does it have to be Philippine passport?
No, it doesn't have to be.
So it could be
US passport. Kasi ano siya these are for hindi Filipinos, US citizens.
Okay, gotcha.
Or for foreign citizens.
Yeah, it's just good for them. It
Yeah.
benefits more to them than us.
Right.
And the reason why okay sa atin to because of the amount of investment that
Right.
we put there for our spouses.
Too late.
Pero pero the process is kind of arduous. It's I was just so frustrated when I was doing this. Well, mainly because it's our first time,
Dun sa
syempre walang
likod.
nag-guide sa akin. And what we did is that I
Daan ka
emailed
dun,
those people
Luis.
there sa Philippine Retirement Authority, and they were giving me instructions. And of course, when you're talking to Filipinos in the Philippines, it's kind of
It's hard to understand, yeah.
They're telling you something, and then if you don't really read and comprehend, you're gonna mess up.
I have the same experience when I went home.
It's kind of difficult. So anyway, the application process is that you can apply online, but you have to still make the personal presentation of everything, including all the documents na dala-dala mo. You still have to make a personal appearance.
Oh, you have to go there.
Yeah. Pero
That's why
I
you went
started,
there?
yes.
Where do you have to appear?
Sa Philippine Retirement Authority, which is in Legazpi,
In Makati?
Village.
Paseo de Rojas, Makati.
Okay.
It's 29th floor, Citibank Tower. It's on the application process, the second page.
Okay.
So that, ngayon, with the form, you fill out the form, and then, but before that, okay, if you're here, this is what I did. You have to get a medical examination, right? Ngayon, there's two options for the medical issue. You can go there, and there's a one-stop medical examination na ginagawa nila doon.
Meron ba yung
But
memory
because I
card?
was running out of time, I opted to do my medical examination here. It's like an excuse para yung annual checkup ko na rin. But they will
Sana
ask
dadalhin
for
ko
all
yung
kinds
lalim.
of lab work.
Mamaya.
Sexually transmitted diseases and tuberculosis and stool. I went through ilang beses ako nagpunta sa doctors. But anyway, after you get the medical reports, which can be in a CD or paper, then you take this to Honorary Consul General, and they have to authenticate it. They have to authenticate it. And that's another $60. With my husband, we have to make a personal appearance, right? Kay Consul General. But my husband was in North Carolina at that time, so he had to go to the state of North Carolina to get certification that this signature is his, and then sina-certify pa nila before I could take it to Consul General so that he can authenticate it. So yun, yung medical records mo kailangan authenticated by the Consul General. And you also have to get an NBI clearance sa Pilipinas if you're there. If not, then you can get a police clearance here. So I'm talking about, let me not confuse you, I'm talking about two scenarios here. One is, if you're in the Philippines, you can do everything there. You can do everything there, medical and police NBI clearance. And it also depends on the number of days that you've been there. Because where you would see in the paperwork, if you've stayed there more than 30 days, I think they will require you both the police clearance and the NBI clearance. If it's less than 30 days ang stay mo doon, when you got there, then they will only require for the police clearance. So that's in the Philippines, right? Now, because I did it in the United States, I did all my medical records here, I did all my medical examinations here, and I got police clearance from the Sheriff's Department. And all of those papers were authenticated by the Consul General. Ngayon, kung doon mo ginawa, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta kay Consul General. But because I was running out of time.
Consul General, you're referring to Redonato?
Redonato.
Okay.
Because they have to authenticate that this is true and correct, this is all real, we really went to the doctor, this is really your signature and all that. Now, yung investment na sinasabi ko, the 1,500, you can't just take the money there and give it to them. You have to wire the money here to an authorized bank there that's working with PRA. So, when you wire the money and you have the evidence that you've wired it, when you get to the Philippines, you go to the bank and get the certificate from them that, yes, indeed, she is the person who sent the money, and this is the money, this is the account number. You take the paperwork, and together with all your medical work and your application form, plus 12 2x2 photographs. then you-
12?
12. I don't know why they want 12, but lahat yata ng page nilalagay nila para kang mawawala. Well, one of the pictures they put it in the ID, right? But, so you take all of that, then you go to them and say, okay, I want to apply, blah, 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 and they would look at all the requirements, and they would say, okay, now, you will have to wait 5 to 7 working days, yeah, that's in there, then you gotta come back. But this is something that I also missed. I didn't know about this. They will take your passport, hold your passport for the duration of the processing, and then when they have approved the SRRV, then they will return your certificate as well as your passport. And when you get your certificate, then you will go to the head of the PRA. May picture taking pa kayo. Na may ano ka na, SRRV member ka na. Yeah, so, and it's like a big event sa kanila. Excited sila na nandun ka, nakasama mo yung head ng PRA, na may picture ka, may certificate ka. They post it in meron silang website, meron silang mga magazines, and they have an organization of all the retirees of the SRRV, that they have mga activities, may mga events sila pinupuntahan, and then if you change your address, you have to let them know. Kasi parang yung ano natin dito, parang mga senior citizens organizations, yeah, it's something like that. But they send you newsletters, and they send you any updates of what's going on. Tapos meron silang information on assisted living and hospitals and all that. Then they also give you a list of places who works with them. Ito yung mga discounts. There's a whole bunch. So, in other words,
So there are benefits attached to it.
yeah.
Okay.
But that in the nutshell is the SRRV.
What's the point of them holding the passport?
Because of the date of entry. See, that's one thing that I really messed me up too, because I was planning to go to Hong Kong when I got there. After I filed the application, then my sister and I would go to Hong Kong, come back, but they said no, you can't travel because they will have to submit your paperwork, including your passport, to the Philippine Immigration.
Okay.
Then they're gonna, kasi doon nila binibilang yung number of days kung kailan ka dumating, and then how long have you been here, and then is it, are they just gonna require the NBI and police clearance, or just police clearance? So, gusto nilang makita yung last date of entry into the Philippines. That's why they want to hold your passport. So in other words, I said, well, can you issue me at least permission to travel to Hong Kong? And they said no, because it has to jive with the last date of entry. If you travel, yung continuous stay mo may interrupt. So that's the reason why we didn't go, and we opted to go to Davao instead. So which was okay. But anyway, all the steps, the processes are there. Yung eligibility, like I said, 35 years old, ready ka na mag-apply. And then of course, you shouldn't have any criminal records, good medical standards, and the investment requirement. That's what I was talking about, yung 1,500. Okay. Ngayon, there are some enrollment options, like kung may pension ka or without pension. Yung I was telling you about kung without pension, meaning yung sinasabi nilang pension is that if you stay there permanently, then you can have your pension direct deposited there. You don't have to pay the $50,000.
And besides, you are Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It doesn't apply to me. This is with people who are not Philippine born. But right there, so without pension, the third bullet where it says former Filipino citizens, 1,500. That's where I came in. Okay. See, you can see the benefits. You have the option to retire there permanently, multiple entry privileges. You can re-enter anytime, and of course you are exempted from income tax over your pension and annuities. Exit and re-entry permits of the Bureau of